Does it feel hard, even impossible sometimes, to communicate with your kids? Has their phone or tablet won their attention? Bedtime, homework, chores, putting away their toys always becomes a negotiation. Are there big emotions at small requests? Do you only hear one-word answers like fine, nothing, I don't know? Well, that's 3 words. From your teens and tweens. If you said yes to any of those realities, you are in the right place. I'm Kimberly Muhtar, and I help mamas communicate with their kids. They actually listen and talk to you. And you stay patient, calm, and speak life in a way that your kids get. This is the Renewed Mama Podcast. Are you ready to say goodbye to nagging, being sarcastic, shouting, or repeating yourself 100 times? Hello, peace in your home. Everyone gets along, and you, mama, raise great, confident kids. Let me say straight out of the gate that it is possible for you to have great communication with your kids. I know because I live it every day with my 3 kids. They are 15, going on 16 this month, 13 turning 14, and 10 turning 11, both in April. Now, I didn't say our communication was perfect. I still get selective hearing and blank stares because their device blocked out my voice. I still hear, "Mom, what you asked me to do?" But it's rare. In our house, we have fun talking together. In fact, more times than I can count, I'm like filled to the brim with joy at the conversations that we get into. Silly tangents and deep, meaningful conversations. We hear each other out, even if that means staying in the icky, high strife annoyance until it's resolved and forgiven. You can have the same honor and connection in your house, regardless of what it looks like now. That's what I'll share here every Tuesday on the Renewed Mama podcast and on Thursdays in our Renewed Mama Coffee Zoom times. So if you've wondered what's going on in that head of theirs, how can I get through to this kid? Why won't my kids listen to me? Stay tuned. Hit follow so you're notified when a new episode airs. And if you want to speak kinder, more positive words instead of being negative and focusing on what your children don't do right, if you want to speak life that speaks to their identity, who God says they are, not behavior modification, you are in the right place. How do I talk so my kids listen? I acknowledge their contributions, how they help and work together as a team. I reflect understanding and recognize their feelings, even if I don't relate to them or already know and believe that they'll make it through this tough moment. I just sit and feel with them because it's totally real to them. I value their ideas and help them to feel included. I try as hard as I can to listen fully, not interrupting or jumping to conclusions. I'm working on this one. I'm working super hard and not be critical and judgmental, remembering that they're learning and growing. They're kids. The most important one for me is to apologize when I mess up. In the upcoming episodes, we'll talk about these more in depth so that you have the same success in your home. A frustration I hear from parents is getting their teens to open up and talk. Parents feel they are approachable to their teens, but most kids don't experience it that way. Pew Research Center, in an article called Teens, Social Media, and Mental Health, reported that 80% of parents say they're highly comfortable talking with their teen about their teen's mental health, but only 52% of teens say they feel highly comfortable talking with a parent about it. Why is this? One is that as parents, we can push for details. We really want to understand. We want to reduce uncertainty, solve it for them, step in and protect them from hurt. All of these are good and okay, but the flip side of the coin is that our kids feel they need to protect their autonomy and their privacy. They fear consequences and want to avoid another lecture. Before we know it, everyone gets defensive and says a lot of what we don't really mean. So here's the truth we need to leave this podcast episode with. Great communication with my kids, you can add your spouse in there if you need to, is possible. I'm good at acknowledging their contributions around the house. I'm generous with my thank yous. I choose to reflect understanding and recognizing their feelings because what they're going through is totally real to them. I value their ideas and help them to feel included in our family decisions. I'm committed to listening fully, not interrupting or jumping to conclusions. I put off a critical or judgmental attitude and remind myself that they are learning and growing. I'm their teacher. I get to help them learn and grow as a person. I am quick to apologize when I mess up. So good. So here's what's going to happen. Every Tuesday, a new episode of the Renewed Mama podcast will drop. I'd be honored if you would stay tuned in as we keep talking about how we can communicate better with our children. Then, every second and third Thursday of the month, I invite you to join me for a Renewed Mama Coffee Hour. Join me on Zoom for 30 minutes, 1 o'clock Eastern Time for free. We'll connect, see each other face to face, share a coffee virtually, and continue this discussion. Come with your specific questions about communicating with your children. Contact me on the Contact Us page at renewedmamacoaching.com for the private Zoom link. It's next Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern. If today's episode encouraged you, would you share it with another mama you know who's saying, "Why won't my kids listen to me?" Maybe she's tired of telling her kids 100 times to pick up their Lego or put their dishes in the dishwasher. Share this episode with her and the invitation to next week's Renewed Mama Coffee Hour. It could be the encouragement she's praying for. I will see you this Thursday for another episode of the Renewed Mama podcast. Hey mama, do you want to encourage, motivate, and speak life to your children in a sticky, fun way with sticker award badges? Speak Life badges, stickers, and scripts help you raise confident kids. Check it out at speaklifebadges.com. Do you feel stuck in criticism, negativity, or constant correction? Always calling out what your kids do wrong? Shift your communication to connection, encouragement, and motivation with Renewed Mama Coaching. Learn to speak life. Go to renewedmamacoaching.com and book your first coaching session.